Good morning, you two. I'm going to try this again. I got through a whole video and I didn't notice that my power cord was disconnected from my computer and it went dead and it didn't save. So today is Wednesday, June 20th. This is Shona, Switch Shonami. Checking in. It is, actually today's Thursday, June 20th. Today's Thursday, June 21st. Yesterday was June 20th. Yesterday was my 12-week surge anniversary. Been exactly 12 weeks. I haven't checked in 2 weeks. I'm really having a rough time with this weekly thing. And I have these grand ideas to have fun and interesting because I want more followers. I really do. And I haven't been really good about going out and seeking them or even following up with you guys. And I just really apologize for that. That's, I mean, I know I have life, but we're kind of all out there to support each other, and we should, I mean, that includes me, should be supporting you, so anyways, I'll work on that. I know I say that every week, but anywho, I haven't checked in 2 weeks, so the last time I checked in was June 6th, June 6th, and I weighed 226.8 on June 6th, so a week later, June 6th was 10 weeks, so week 11, on June 13th, I weighed in at 225.4, which was a loss of 1.4 pounds, which equated to 0.6% of my body weight. I'm tracking both pounds and percentage because as I drop weight, or as we drop weight, even though it may appear that our poundage is falling, you know, we may be losing, on average, the same percentage of body weight every week. And unless we track that, we don't know that. So I'm tracking both. I'm kind of a numbers freak. I'm an engineer. So, you know, when it's all said and done, I'm probably going to have graphs of everything. So that was week 11, June 13th, I weighed in 225.4. This week, I got really worried. I turned into a weigh every day type of person, and by Monday, which, you know, was only 2 days before I check in, I really hadn't lost any weight. I was freaking out, but all is well in Switch Shonami's world, because when I weighed in yesterday officially, I weighed 222.6, which was a loss of 2.8 pounds, which is 1.24%. So, I am happy about that. So, and let me just put that in perspective. Well, no, never mind. I'm not going there because my videos are always long. So, I'm happy about that. So, I have not hit a stall yet. I know I will, and that's okay. I don't know if I'm ready to hit that psychologically, but, you know, I'll get there, and I'll deal with it when I get there. I am pretty much on average losing 1 to 2% of my body weight every week. So that's my trend. You know, so yeah, maybe my poundage might be going down, but it still hangs out there. Now, and it's interesting, on week 3, okay, so week 1 I lost a lot, 4%, 4.3%. And week 2 I lost 2.2% of my body weight. Week 3, I only lost 0.6%. Which did not make me happy. I remember that week very well. Week 4 was 1.4%. Week 5 was 1.4%. Week 6 was 0.9%. Week 7 was 1.6%. Week 8 was 1.1%. Week 9 was 1.5%. Week 10 was 1.1%. Week 11, 0.6%. And then this week is 1.24%. So every 3 weeks, on average, it seems like I have this cycle. My body has a cycle where it just kind of takes a break from losing more than 0.5%, it seems like, but it is what it is. So on week 8, I started the Couch to 5K. Now, I was a jogger as much as a 270-pound woman can jog before surgery. I'm one of those people, I love exercise. I didn't have any problem exercising when I was heavier. It was harder, and, you know, of course, after I turned 40, it seemed like every bone in my body became achy, especially my hips. I didn't really have issues with my knees, but my hips is definitely where I felt it. So week 8, I started fervently back into my run and jog, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to get back to it. I felt like a big marshmallow. So week 8, I started my Couch to 5K, just to kind of get back into it, and it hasn't, you know, been difficult for me because I was a runner before. So what has been interesting is to see the improvement. I mean, I ran 5 days, jogged. Let me use the term ran very loosely. Upwards of 5 days a week before surgery. Ran, walk, jogged, walk, on a treadmill. I wouldn't do it outside. I did it on a treadmill. Now I can't stand to do it on a treadmill. It's kind of funny. And I couldn't get my pace better than 15, 16 minutes a mile. So when I started back up on week 8, my pace with the run-walk combination was around 17 minutes a mile. This week I broke, I probably did it the wrong way, but it makes me feel better. I broke the 12-minute mark, meaning that the 3 days that I've run so far this week, I've averaged a 12-minute, 50-second mile, which to me is pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to getting to the 10-minute mark, that 10:59 minutes. So I feel good about that. The one thing that I have not been, I haven't since surgery, is any strength training. I have sessions set up with my trainer. I had some set up, but my job got in the way. I work in disaster management, and when exercises is meaning that we have a mock disaster come up, everything else drops because I gotta participate in the exercise. So sorry, opening jelly jar. There you go. So that's it, I guess. That's really what's happening with me. I want to go see a counselor because, although I haven't really felt emotionally like I've hit anything, the hardest thing really, and I think I've mentioned this before, is sitting down to my plate that I knew that, 4 months ago I could eat everything on there and not feel full and get it all, and sitting down to a plate, that's half that size or even less, and not being able to get it all in. I'm still pretty much just concentrating on protein, and sometimes the only protein I get is yogurt. There are just some days, sometimes I just have really bad days with beef. It just doesn't sit well, and it comes up. And so yogurt just feels good in my tummy. I have found that I can eat an entire can of 4-ounce tuna fish with lots of mayo. So that's become a go-to lunch food. Right after surgery, I think I mentioned one of my go-to foods was the CPAC shrimp scampi. I had that for dinner last night, and it wasn't as good as it was right after surgery, so I don't know if that's going to be my, if I'm going to use it as a go-to food that much anymore. I had no gas or bowel movement issues until the day before yesterday, but I live in North Texas, and we have a barbecue place called Rudy's who has the best breakfast burritos. And I had a meeting in the morning, and the client brought, not the client, I'm the client, but my contractor brought Rudy's breakfast burritos, brisket, egg, and cheese. Oh my God, they were so good. I had 2 of them. Two! I couldn't believe I could eat 2 breakfast burritos with the flour tortillas. So I had that, and then at lunchtime I had a small Dairy Queen ice cream. Anyways, I had some wicked gas that night. I wasn't in pain, and I didn't really notice any bloating, but I had some wicked gas. Like, I totally gassed my family out of the house. It was so funny. It was pretty bad. So, I don't know if it was the ice cream or the flour tortillas. I had someone tell me that it was probably the ice cream. I love ice cream. And Dairy Queen was on the way back from the the contractor's office. But, anyways. Other than that, no issues. We're going to Montana for vacation this year, so I'm really excited about that. I'll be able to zip line. I haven't zip lined since I went to Costa Rica 13 years ago and weighed 130 pounds. I'll be able to zip line because I'll meet the weight limits. I'll be able to horseback ride because I can meet the weight limits. I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about hiking. We really haven't hiked many mountains since we left Georgia, which I miss terribly, so I'm looking forward to that a lot. So my kids are leaving July 3rd for 6 weeks, so it's just going to be me, and I'm kind of hoping to develop a better plan and maybe even pre-make some videos here for YouTube. I wanted to do some cooking and some of the recipes that I've come to like and count on. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to go because, again, I've taken up 10 minutes of your time. I just want to shout out to everybody. I love following you guys. I know I don't always leave comments, but I do follow you. Most of the time it's at work. I'm watching and listening to you on my iPhone at work, and may not just have a chance to leave a message, but everyone's doing great, and I love you guys, and I'll just catch up later. Bye.